It's not much because honestly it's a bit hard to draw it. Like I like the drawing, they're so good. Of like waterfalls and whatever. But yeah. Not much. Like everything you see here I made it. Like the light, the sun, the shadow, the music, everything. I like grabbed the song from someone else and I borrowed the song. But everything else I made it. Oh, and this bird is the game's bird. I still don't know how to make a character. Dang, that means that I was waiting for 1 hour for Shadow to come back. Oh, he does right. Oh yeah, that's actually, yeah. Okay, so let me go down here. So this world right here, this little thing I made, the water, everything I made it. Give me a sec. Oh, I made it to view only. Let me edit. There you go. So, let me show you. Everything right here, I made it. But yeah, it's not really a lot, but it's like, hey, it's pretty cool. What do you think? How much you rated so far? Oh. Give me a sec. It's just a bit hard to control. Give me a sec. Let me go back to main mode. Oh yeah, I am like freaking. Like and this is me exploring the world. Like see this little what do you call it? This little bird. So I didn't make the bird. This bird is from the game. Honestly, I think I can see myself. That's hard to tell because I can actually make Rocket League in here, and then technically it could be this thing. I can make Rocket League even better. But it's hard because it's pretty. So like, alright, let me show you how you make some stuff, alright? Real quick. Because it's actually not that hard. It's just complicated. Like, alright. So you see how I can edit now, right? So I press yeah, like the Fortnite art. So then I can actually use this, you see? So I got squares, cylinders, spheres, cones, donut, and so on, right? I can actually just like make one of this, rotate it if I want. The rotation is a bit tricky, and then I can just bam. Oh wait, bam, and there, I just made something. If I wanted to, I could like you know, edit it. I'm still trying to figure out how to edit. Oh, I might just figure it out. What? Oh, I need to do something then. to figure out how to do some stuff. Alright. Let me think. I think I'm gonna make a brand new world, and I'm gonna start from scratch. If you wanna watch, you can watch or play piano. Yeah, I'll just be right here making a thing. All right, just give me a sub. Give me a topic. I'm gonna make whatever you tell me to make. Just don't make a zombie. Like zombie is gonna be real hard for now. like tell me like a simple game. Okay, Geometry Dash. Actually, you're right. Actually, I could make it. Yeah, you're right. Alright. Before I do that then, let me just do one tutorial. I need to know how to make, what you call it? I want to know how to, you know, make my own character. Once I make my own character, then voila, I'm good to go. Huh. Character art. Huh. So that means I have to learn this and then I can do that? Okay, I'll do this then. Alright.
In this tutorial, you're gonna learn all about the exciting world of logic.
Like 2 hours. Once I'm done with that, then I'll start making the geometry.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. I promise.
Because I don't know how to open gates and whatever.
Let's check out the scene.
That's gonna be useful.
See the buttons on the platforms in front of our good friend Connie? They activate the bridges that will take her to the next platform. At least that's what they're supposed to do. To get them working, you'll need to connect them to the gadgets that control them. You can't see gadgets when you're in play mode, but they let you do all sorts of useful things in edit mode. You can tell gadgets apart by their color and icons. Green gadgets are sensors and inputs. This one is what we call a trigger zone. It's one of the more versatile gadgets. It can trigger other gadgets when it detects something in the scene. Like in this case, Connie's standing on the button. Hi, Connie. If you select the gadget with X, you'll be able to see its detection zone. That's it, right there above the button. Deselect the trigger zone, and let's look at the next gadget. Pink gadgets are movers and outputs, meaning they make things happen in the scene. This particular gadget is a rotator, and it's connected to the first bridge. Click R3 to start time, and let's see what it does. Well, not a lot right now by the looks of it. That's because the rotator is switched off. You can tell because the gadget is dim at the moment. But if we connect these two gadgets together, we can turn the rotator on using the trigger zone. In the next step, I'll show you how. Before we start connecting things, make sure you can see both gadgets. You'll notice they have ports sticking out of their sides. Ports on the left are inputs, and the ones on the right are outputs. Hover over the output port on the trigger zone now. You'll see the word detected appear. That means that when the trigger zone detects something, this output will send a signal. Before it can send that signal to the rotator though, we'll need to connect them with a wire. So hover over the detected output and press R2 or X. You'll notice your imp is now tethered to the port by a wire. Power ports have appeared on the gadgets too. It's these ports that switch gadgets on or off. Okay, drag the wire over to the rotator gadget. Now hover over the power port at the bottom, then press R2 or X. Once the gadgets are connected, the wire will disappear automatically. That way, your scene won't get cluttered. After all, you don't want wires all over the place. You can see the wire again by hovering over either gadget. Okay, time to test our connection out. So let's switch over to play mode in the options menu. Now that we've connected the rotator, let's take a look at the second platform.
See the yellow gadget on its side?
This gadget isn't a sensor or an output. It's called a microchip. Microchips are used to organize logic in scenes. You can think of them as boxes of gadgets and wires. Let's have a look inside. Hover over this one with your imp. Hold L1 and press X.
Wait, let me pause this. I wanna try to figure it out by myself first. So that means that got you. So this rotates. Rotation speed. And that rotates that, right? Okay. And I'm guessing that this is the second thing, but for the other side, yes. Okay. I understand now. So, let me press this. So this has... What's this? This is a trigger zone. So I can turn this on over here. But there's two of them. Can I connect two of them right here? Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I go here, okay, so it doesn't want to stay. Dang. Whew, that's really sad. Oh yeah. Damn, that's really sad. Really sad. But hey, I think the baby will be fine. 'Cause think about it. If the baby gets sick right now, it won't get sick later. I hope. I want to figure out how this works before I do anything. Okay, thank Joe. So, when I stand on this, this will stay open. But if I stay off, so I want the power to stay constant. Ah. Honestly, I could cheat by making it so that this goes over there, but that's not what I want to do. I want to make a timer. The power's connected to here. It detected. I can drag this here to Tumblr. Oh yes, I'm a genius. Wait. No, never mind. I thought I had it. Let me close that. Oop, no. Well,
It's just like scoping into a group of objects. This window is the microchip's canvas. And if these gadgets look familiar, it's because they're two rotators. Each one controls half of this jointed drawbridge. Try to connect the output from the trigger zone to the power ports on the rotators. You can create multiple wires from the same output. Or you can clone wires in the scene by holding L1, then grabbing them with R2. Clone the wire near the rotator to create a new wire from the trigger zone. Once you've connected the trigger zone to the second rotator, switch over to play mode and make sure it's all working. Okay, jumping on the button now will activate the trigger zone and raise the drawbridge so that you can cross over the... Oh, wait a minute. The bridge has dropped down before Connie could cross. That's because the signal to the rotator stopped sending as soon as Connie stepped off the trigger zone.
I want to make it so that it doesn't stop.
Switch back to edit mode and rewind time with L3. In the next step, I'll show you how to make signals stay on. If we want the bridge to stay up, we'll need to add a gadget between the trigger zone and the rotator to keep it activated.
I need a gadget.
We can do this with a counter. So let's go into the assembly menu.
Yes.
Press square to open it if it's closed. Select the gadgets menu with
you can't
X.
Think for yourself.
You'll find the counter in the logic and processing section. The gadgets in this menu take an input signal and change it in some way before sending it on. Go ahead and select the counter. Its icon is a tally counter. Now you can see the gadget on your imp. Hover over the microchip and it will snap to the canvas. Press R2 or X to stamp the counter onto the microchip, then press circle to unequip it. The counter gadget counts up or down whenever it receives a signal through its inputs. By default, it starts its count at 0 and has a target of 1.
Yo, I'm broadcasting. In the ear rape and everything, bruh. Let's see. That's an easy way for me to like get banned. What the freak? Hey Shadow, so did you give up on this game then? Do you still have dreams? Alright. You should try it, man. Freaking, we can work together. What do you mean? I never said you have to play with me. You just have to make something so that we can make it together. Fine then. Alright. Okay. Before I finish looking at that. No, decrease. I want to decrease, not. You can't do that. That's illegal. Yeah, what's up? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. Now what? It doesn't want to connect now? Kill the flag. It deserves to die after it touches the piano. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know where you're appearing off plan in the first place. Then I say go 9. I mean, I always go 9. Bruh. It's not like Henry the Fourth is gonna. I already told you. What do you mean hide from a zombie? I was hiding from you. No. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay then. Uh-huh. Yeah. Don't even know what you're talking about.
As it reaches that target, it sends a constant signal through its counterfall output port. Before we connect it though, let's tidy up the wires connecting the trigger zone to the rotators. Just hover over them and press triangle to delete them. Now press R2 or X over the detected output of the trigger zone to create a new wire. Connect it to the increase count input port on the counter. That's the port with the plus sign icon.
Okay.
Now when the trigger zone is activated, the counter will go up to 1. And, this is the important part, it will stay at 1 even after the trigger zone deactivates.
So, yeah.
Now hover over the counterfall output port of the counter. This
No,
port
no, no.
sends a signal
Wait,
when
did I
the
say?
counter
I
reaches
meant to
its
say.
target.
No, wait. Actually,
Create
what's
a
the
wire
day?
with R2 or X
Saturday
and connect it to
or
one of the rotator's power ports.
Tuesday. Today's
Then do
Tuesday.
the same
no
for
way.
the other one.
So yeah, work on Thursday. Yeah.
Time to switch to play mode and try out our new connections.
No, not yet.
Other one.
No, it was just rumors.
Time to switch to play mode and try out our new connections. When you're happy everything's working as it should, return to edit mode and move on to the next step.
Oh, RE5. If Shadow's up to it, sure. God damn. I don't know what you're trying to prove though. So you just had him muted? Wow, Shadow was wondering why he couldn't hear you. And you, okay. Yeah. Why are you so mad, bro? Okay. Yeah, 'cause you're freaking annoying. Yeah, I gotta wait patient my butt. God dang, I don't know how. Well, I mean, if we're playing, I don't really feel like playing right now. Yes. Completely forgot that today's the update. Let me, update it. I gotta delete a game. Yeah, I know, but I still gotta delete a game. I don't got that many megabytes. What are you calling me poor for? Freaking fine, goddamn. But like right now, I can't even play nothing. That's why I'm playing Dreams. Freaking, I'm playing this game because I want to learn how to play this game. Yeah, I don't know how to freaking make stuff animate or create my own character. That's like the thing I want to make.
Time to switch to play mode and try out our new connections.
What do you mean you tried?
When you're happy everything's working as it should, return to edit mode and move on to the next step.
Power, rotation speed. Why the? I don't understand what's the problem.
Actions. Whenever it to stamp or imp. Hover over the microchip and it will snap to the canvas. Press R2 or X to stamp the counter onto the microchip. Then press circle to unequip it. The counter gadget counts up or down whenever it receives a signal through its inputs. By default, it starts its count at 0 and has a target of 1.
Wow.
Once it reaches that target, it sends a constant signal through its counter
either way,
output
you don't have to make stuff. You can also play other
Before we connect it though, let's tidy up the wires connecting the trigger zone to the rotators. Just hover over them and press
I'd rather agree
triangle
with
to
that.
delete them.
Oh!
Now
no
press
wonder it was not
R2 or X
working.
over the detected output.
Cause, sure. And you, okay. Alright.
The trigger zone to create a new wire. Connect it to the increase count input port on the counter.
Increase.
That's the port with the
count.
plus sign icon.
There we go.
Now
it's
when the
much more
trigger zone
clear.
is activated, the counter will
Nice.
go up to 1. And this is the
Oh my
important
God, this
part.
thing does
It
not
will
wanna
stay at
work.
1